Good morning, my beautiful friends. This is your wake up call with Maui Paul. I am Maui Paul. We are here today to say some nice things about ourselves, and we are going to be doing it with my I Am deck. This deck is just full of positive affirmations, beautiful, wonderful things that we can say in order to affirm the truth of who we are. And I am just so excited to be with you here today. So, good morning, good morning. It is great to see you, Lauren. Good morning, Janet. Good morning, Marie. Good morning, Dan. Good morning, Amanda, as well as everybody else who has, everybody else who is watching but has not yet left a comment. It is fantastic to see you guys all here today. Indeed, we are almost through the week, and I don't know about you, but for me, this has been a reasonably frustrating week. I've had just a lot of things go on to try to disturb my peace, and I have more than once had to grab for my personal I am card deck, just my personal deck, and just kind of pull out some affirmations and remind myself that whatever is happening right now is not permanent, and that the only difference between stumbling blocks and stepping stones are the way that we use them. It is not always easy. It is not always natural. And yet, I feel like I have a wonderful tool set for when stuff is not going the way that I think that it ought to. So here we are, just about at the end of this week, and I feel like because I have these tools, because I have these affirmations, that we've been able to, or that I personally have been able to really pull good feelings out of situations that would otherwise disturb my peace. So, anyways, we're going to do it again today. We're going to pull a card off the top of the deck. I'm going to ask you if you are the affirmation on the card, and we are going to respond out loud together. I am that affirmation. As we do this, we are building into ourselves. We're giving ourselves a new toolkit and really affirming to ourselves what we already know to be true. And so let's have some fun today and affirm that today I am ambitious. I am ambitious. My vision inspires courageous growth. So I am ambitious. My vision inspires creative or courageous growth. Are you ambitious? You are ambitious. Your vision inspires courageous growth. I'm going to write that down in the comments, and I encourage you guys to do the same exact thing because we are ambitious people. Our vision inspires courageous growth. Oh, man, I thought I was going fast, and Lauren already beat me to it. Good job, Lauren. I am ambitious today, and you are ambitious too. And we have a vision. We all have vision in our lives. And that vision requires us to become somebody that we have never been before. That the vision that we have in our lives inspires us. It drives us on to do better, to be more than we were beforehand. And so we are ambitious people. Our vision inspires courageous growth. Indeed, in order to accomplish things that we've never accomplished before, we need to change. And that kind of change is scary. It's scary, and it's not scary because we doubt that we can do it. It's scary because we've never done it before. I don't know about you, but whenever I do anything for the first time, there's always a niggling feeling in the back of my head. This idea that I might suck at it. This idea that well, if I when I do it first, that I might fail, and that's okay. It's obvious that that the first time that we do anything is going to be the worst time that we do anything. The first time that we do anything is going to be the time when we make all of our learning mistakes. And yet, in order for us to grow into these new people that we are becoming, in order for us to achieve our ambitions, we must change. And that change doesn't have to be painful. That change doesn't have to be embarrassing. That change can be a joyous expansion. Just like Janet just said, ambition plus growth equals expansion, or equals growth and is equal to expansion. Yes, ambition helps us to grow, which helps us to expand. And if we could achieve, if we were the people right now who could achieve all of the dreams that are in our hearts, then we would have already done it. The fact is that we are not yet those people. We grow into becoming those people. The reason to set goals, the reason to have dreams, is not because we would like to accomplish or achieve those things. While accomplishing or achieving those things is very nice, it is the icing on the cake. It is not the cake. The cake is the person that we become along the way. The courageous growth that happens inside of ourselves, and not just inside of ourselves, but also inside of the people around us, the people who link arms with us, who stand shoulder to shoulder with us as we achieve big things. Everybody who achieves anything big does so with a team. It is rarely the result of individual effort. Even the most storied of people who achieve things supposedly on their very own still had support. So I am ambitious today. You are ambitious too, and our vision inspires courageous growth. I remember that I once had the vision that I was going to ride my motorcycle across the country and then down to Central America where I was living at the time. And so I went to El Paso, Texas. I bought a motorcycle. I had ridden a motorcycle only a couple of times before I bought one. And I bought that motorcycle, and my first trip was about a 200 mile over to the state where I had my driver's license, which was New Mexico. But I rode out to New Mexico. I stayed with a friend, and I actually attended the motorcycle safety course and got my motorcycle license. Yeah, I rode a motorcycle before I had my license. It was a long time ago, but I done did it. But anyways, I got my license, and then I said, okay, well, the best way to learn how to ride this thing and to get good at riding this thing is to be experienced at it. And at the time, I wasn't working or anything like that. I was kind of taking a loafing year, I guess, as I tend to do in life. I was basically I had plenty of free time, and so I decided, well, the best way to do this is to just super slab it across the country, and I did. I rode my motorcycle from New Mexico out to Pennsylvania, and I learned a lot about how to ride one. And I had to grow as a person in order to do it. After I did that, I said, okay, now I'm ready to tackle Central America. So then I rode back down to Texas, and then I crossed the border at Matamoros, and I hopped into Mexico, and I just rode south down to Costa Rica, down to the place where I was living at the time. And it is incredible the amount of growth that I had to experience in order to ride my bike down there. I mean, because not only was I doing something I had never done before, but also I was navigating other countries, other languages, other cultures, other social norms, and and of course, my fair share of dangerous situations that I got myself into and out of. So I am ambitious today, and you are ambitious too, and our vision inspires courageous growth. And I had to have courage. I had to become a different person. When I was done with that 6 month long motorcycle trip, I was a completely different person than when I began. And isn't that the way that it is? Isn't that the way that it is in life? We change as people as we achieve our dreams. That's the primary reason to dream. That's the primary reason to do big things, is the change that happens along the way. My sister used to have this little poem that she would say when we were kids, and she said the bigger the goal, the harder the climb, but taken one day, each step at a time. The dream is accomplished, the goal is attained, and the prizes, the wisdom and strength that are gained. That little poem has stuck with me through life, and it always reminds me that the changes are happening around me, but the changes are also happening in myself. So I look at the world differently after making a 10,000 mile, 6 month long motorcycle trip. I just see the world different. I see the world different after achieving all the stuff that I've achieved. And I'm wondering about you. Do you see the world different? Like, what's the last major goal that you achieved that required you to become a different person? I'm curious about that. So write that down in the comments for me, please. What is the last goal that you achieved that you had to grow into? Yeah, I'll write that poem out for you, Jan. I'll put it in the comments. But I'm just kind of curious as to what are the things that you're doing that require you to grow in order to accomplish them. And, I mean, right now I'm actually working on building up a marketing agency, And it is just so exciting. And I'm doing it with business partners, which is the first time that I've ever really seriously worked with business partners, and all of the benefits and the accountability that comes with that. And let me tell you, they say that if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Well, man, I'm building the foundation for going far, and that's just a really super exciting thing. So I am ambitious today. You are ambitious too. Our vision inspires courageous growth. So yeah, I will return tomorrow with another wake up call. Until then, I really appreciate you guys for being here. Jan, I will write that poem for you. I'll write that in the comments as soon as I'm done with this broadcast. But yeah, just do me a solid. Write down in the comments. I would love to see. What was the last major goal that you achieved, and how did it make you into the person that you are today? So we will return tomorrow with another message. And I just want to say thank you guys so much for being here. Y'all are amazing, beautiful people. So thank you so much, Lauren and Jan, Marie and Dan. Good to see you guys. Good to see you, Amanda. And let's see who else. I know another couple of folks have showed up. I wonder if you've commented. Susan is here. Good morning, Susan. Good to see you here. Yeah, we will return tomorrow at 9 a.m. with another one of these wake-up calls. Until then, thank you so much for being here. I love you. I care about you. I think that you're amazing. And I am excited to see what your ambitions bring. Just as excited as I am to watch the person that you grow into as you or in the course of accomplishing these things. I'll talk to you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Until then, aloha from paradise.